Now we switch back to the track for the first track action of this evening, and it's the women's 100 meters hurdles semi-finals. This is the first of 3 races. First 2 qualify automatically, and the 2 fastest on time go through to the final later on this evening, which will be the very last final to be contested here on the 3rd day of these championships. So on the inside, in lane 1, we have the 5 times Spanish national champion, Caridad Jerez, the reigning Greek champion, Elizabeth Peseridou, and the defending European champion, big roar for Cindy Rollader. Well, she started out in 2:10 as a semi-finalist at the European Championships, 6th, 4th, and then won 2 years ago. But this is the fastest woman in Europe this year, Alina Talay. Ran 12:41 in Switzerland in June. Former world under-20 champion and Norwegian record holder Isabel Bettersen, and alongside her, Croatian champion Andrea Ivanasevic, the Balkan champion. In lane 8, Greta Kerekes, personal best at her national championships recently, and the Italian on the outside. Ran 12:99 in Savona a short while ago, Luminosa Bogliola. There you can see the full lineup on the left-hand side of your screen as they go towards their blocks. On the inside, it's Jerez, Peresidou, Rollader, Talay, Pedersen, Ivancevic, Kekeres, and Bogliolo. Looking in particular at lanes 3, 4, and 5, Rollader, Talay, and Pedersen. Well, indeed, it's Ivanasevic who's out fast, but now coming through very strongly, it's Pedersen. And out in lane 3, Rollader now showing her class. Talay coming through for second, and up on the inside, I think it was the Greek Peresidou who got up there for 3rd, but no doubt at all about 1 and 2. That's Rollader, and Rollader gets 12:83 to her name, followed home by Talay, 12:96. Well, not the best of runs from Talay, but she hasn't run at all in July. There was stories that she has been carrying a slight injury, just getting over that, sharpening. And Peresidou takes 3rd, 13 dead. Well, Pedersen started well, then started to tire a little bit over the final 3 hurdles.
Yes, Rollader was always going very well, 3rd from the top of the screen here, and has showing class and showing good strength coming through to make sure of the win. Talay, well, as you said, she has had an interrupted preparation, but she's done enough to get through to the final. And Peseridou, a little bit of a surprise, because she didn't run that well in the qualifying round to get through to this stage. Perhaps had the benefit of having an initial run out on the track.
Pedersen will be a little bit disappointed with that. She set a Norwegian record earlier in the year, and that 13:04 from her, we're just seeing the results on the screen.
Now we have the second semi-final for the women's 100-meter hurdles. From the inside, we have Rita Hurska, European under-23 finalist last year. Then Beate Schropp, 30 years of age now, who was the bronze medalist back in 2012. Coming back to good form this season. Efi Boons, another European under-23 finalist a year or 2 back. The Dutch athlete. Here's an up-and-coming star, Elvira Herman of Belarus, the world junior champion from 2016. And she's improved this year to 12:64, which makes her the fastest in the lineup. Eline Berings, another finalist for previous championships, in her case in 2014, oldest in the field at 32. Now here's another athlete who starred in the qualifying round when she smashed the 13-second barrier for the first time, the European junior champion of last year, Solène Ndama. Ricarda Loba also ran very well in qualifying and has run 12.98 there. Personal best 12.91 last year, second in the German championships. The field completed by another youngster, 20-year-old Klaudia Sikiarz of Poland, the European junior bronze medalist from last year. First two, sure to go through. Herman, the fastest, goes in lane 4. And then the impressive qualifiers, Ndama in lane 6 and Loba in lane 7. Full lineup is Herske, Schrott, Woens, Herman, Berings, Ndama, Loba, Sikiarz. Second semi-final, women's 100-meter hurdles. Well, away they go. An excellent start by Berings, the Belgian. He's certainly well up on Herman and going on the inside Herske. But now look at Herman come through the field, and also the young Frenchwoman. And it is indeed Herman and Ndama who get the two automatic qualifying spots. 12.76 on the clock. So Ndama once again smashed through her personal best. Outside 13 seconds coming here, 12.88 in qualifying round, and the 19-year-old has gone yet quicker. This is a new star here, and it's Herman given the verdict at 12.76, but that smashing personal best for Ndama at 12.77. Berings out very well indeed here, but the other two coming through past her, and in the dark vest, the dark blue of France, Ndama and Herman pretty much stride for stride at the end there, and only 1/100th of a second separating her.
Ndama looked incredibly strong there over the second part of this race, just as Herman outpips her. But huge personal best for the young French athlete. Set a personal best of 12.88 early in the season, and there are the full results.
Yeah, Loba getting 12.90 in third place, so every fair chance of qualifying for the final. Better than the first heat. Let's see how the third one goes, of course.
And there we have the third and final semi-final of these women's 100-meter hurdles. Again, the two fastest go through, plus the two fastest from across all three semi-finals for the final tonight at 10 to 10. There we've got Anna Maria Nesteric, 9 times Romanian champion indoors now. Came close to her personal best in the heats. There is a former youth Olympic champion in lane 2 for France, Laura Valette. Next up, the Finnish record holder in lane 3, Nora-Lotta Nezeri. And here is very big medal hope for the Germans. Won bronze at the World Championships in London last year, Pamela Dutkiewicz. Right next to her, a very talented hurdler as well, also heptathlete, very good. Won bronze at the World Indoor Championships in Birmingham this year for the Netherlands, Nadine Visser. In lane 6, won European Junior Silver in 2015. Luka Kozak for Hungary. Next to her, we have an Austrian indoor champion, Austrian outdoor champion, Stefanie Bendrath. And on the outside lane, completing this field, twice the European under-23 silver medalist, Karolina Kolishek. So they're in the hot seats. Berings and Loeb are currently the two fastest qualifiers based on times. Have to wait and see how this third semi-final plays out. Just quickly there, the lineup again. Nesteric, Valet, Nizeri, Dudkiewicz, Visser, Kozak, Bendrart and Kolizek. These 8 athletes hoping for a spot in the final tonight. Dudkiewicz looks like she got out the blocks very well there, the German, and next to her, the Dutch athlete, Visser, looking very strong as well, but Dudkiewicz now pulling away a little there from Visser, and those two are confirmed. Dudkiewicz celebrating. She's had a bit of a slow start to the season, was also battling some injuries, but then found her way in, and there is confirmed for her, 12.71. Very good indeed for Dudkiewicz, just 0.04 of a second shy of her season's best. And Nadine Visser there confirmed 12.84 in second. Both get the automatic qualifiers. Now we need to look at the times for the third and fourth place. 12.94 it said. Lorbe in the previous heat had 12.90, and Bendrart just looking there, waiting for bearings.
Well, Lurber's definitely gone through as a fastest non-automatic qualifier, but they're going to have to go down to the thousands for Kolacek and Behrings. You're going to have to compare the two photo finishes. Even though Naziri's also got 12.94, she's out of the equation. So we see here Pamela Dukovic on her way to winning the fastest semi-final. Very tidy hurdling indeed from the German. I don't know whether she's more pleased for herself or for Pamela Dukovic.
Well, she's got the ticket to the final in her hand there, and I think that's such a good innovation they have introduced here at these championships for people to actually see who the time qualifiers are, as we see the two Germans interviewed there. And we get confirmation there that Karolina Kolacek is qualified. So that means that Behrings won't be in the final.
No, Behrings has come back to some sort of form this year. That's the qualifiers for the final at 10-10 here in Berlin, led by Pamela Dukovic.
And there were 4 athletes with 12.94 there, and then 2 more with 12.96.